Hello friends and welcome to the channel. In this video we are giving a tribute to the top 10 mathematician of the world. So let's get started. Number 1, Pythagoras, vegetarian mystical leader and number obsessive. He owes his standing as the most famous name in maths due to a theorem about right-angle triangles, although it now appears it probably predated him. He lived in a community where numbers were venerated as much for their spiritual qualities as for their mathematical ones. His elevation of numbers as the essence of the world made him the towering primogenitor of Greek mathematics, essentially the beginning of mathematics as we know it now. And, famously, he didn't eat beans. Number 2, Hypatia. Women are underrepresented in mathematics, yet the history of the subject is not exclusively male. Hypatia was a scholar at the library in Alexandria in the 4th centuries. Her most valuable scientific legacy was her edited version of Euclid's The Elements, the most important Greek mathematical text, and one of the standard versions for centuries after her particularly horrific death. She was murdered by a Christian mob who stripped her naked, peeled away her flesh with broken pottery and ripped apart her limbs. Number 3. Girolamo Cardano, Italian polymath for whom the term Renaissance man could have been invented. A doctor by profession, he was the author of 131 books. He was also a compulsive gambler. It was this last habit that led him to the first scientific analysis of probability. He realized he could win more on the dicing table if he expressed the likelihood of chance events using numbers. This was a revolutionary idea, and it led to probability theory, which in turn led to the birth of statistics, marketing, the insurance industry and the weather forecast. Number 4, Leonhard Euler, the most prolific mathematician of all time, publishing close to 900 books. When he went blind in his late 50s, his productivity in many areas increased. His famous formula y+1=0, where E is the mathematical constant sometimes known as Euler's number and I is the square root of -1, is widely considered the most beautiful in mathematics. He later took an interest in Latin squares, grids where each row and column contains each member of a set of numbers or objects once. Without this work, we might not have had Sudoku. Number 5, Carl Friedrich Gauss, known as the Prince of Mathematicians. Gauss made significant contributions to most fields of 19th-century mathematics. An obsessive perfectionist, he didn't publish much of his work, preferring to rework and improve theorems first. His revolutionary discovery of non-Euclidean space, that it is mathematically consistent that parallel lines may diverge, was found in his notes after his death. During his analysis of astronomical data, he realized that measurement error produced a bell curve, and that shape is now known as a Gaussian distribution. Number 6, Georg Cantor. Of all the great mathematicians, Cantor most perfectly fulfills their Hollywood stereotype that a genius for maths and mental illness are somehow inextricable. Cantor's most brilliant insight was to develop a way to talk about mathematical infinity. His set theory led to the counterintuitive discovery that some infinities were larger than others. The result was mind-blowing. Unfortunately, he suffered mental breakdowns and was frequently hospitalized. He also became fixated on proving that the works of Shakespeare were in fact written by Francis Bacon. Number 7, Paul Erdos. Erdos lived nomadic, possessionless life, moving from university to university, from colleagues' spare room to conference hotel. He rarely published alone, preferring to collaborate, writing about 1,500 papers, with 511 collaborators, making him the second most prolific mathematician after Euler. As a humorous tribute, an Erdos number is given to mathematicians according to their collaborative proximity to him, no 1 for those who have authored papers with him, no 2 for those who have authored with mathematicians with an Erdos no 1, and so on. Number 8, John Horton Conway. The Liverpudlian is best known for the serious maths that has come from his analyses of games and puzzles. In 1970, he came up with the rules for the game of life, a game in which you see how patterns of cells evolve in a grid. Early computer scientists adored playing life, earning Conway star status. He has made important contributions to many branches of pure maths, such as group theory, number theory and geometry, and, with collaborators, has also come up with wonderful sounding concepts like surreal numbers, the grand antiprism and monstrous moonshine. Number 9, Grigory Perelman. Perelman was awarded $1 million last month for proving one of the most famous open questions in maths, the Poincare conjecture. But the Russian recluse has refused to accept the cash. He had already turned down maths' most prestigious honor, the Fields Medal, in 2006. If the proof is correct, then no other recognition is needed, he reportedly said. The Poincare conjecture was first stated in 1904 by Henri Poincare and concerns the behavior of shapes in 3 dimensions. Perelman is currently unemployed and lives a frugal life with his mother in St. Petersburg. And the last but not least, number 10, Terry Tao. An Australian of Chinese heritage who lives in the US, Tao also won, and accepted, the Fields Medal in 2006. Together with Ben Green, he proved an amazing result about prime numbers, that you can find sequences of primes of any length in which every number in the sequence is a fixed distance apart. For example, the sequence 3, 7, 11 has 3 primes spaced 4 apart. The sequence 11, 17, 23, 29 has 4 primes that are 6 apart. While sequences like this of any length exist, no one has found one of more than 25 primes, since the primes by then are more than 18 digits long. So friends, that's all for today. And if you gain some knowledge, then please give video a like and don't forget to subscribe this channel for more knowledgeable video like this. Thank you friends for watching this video and meet you in next video. Bye friends.